My name is Jeanette Connelly. I am a pharmacist in clinical support, and I support our clients. The reason why I became a pharmacist is because when I was 15 years old, my grandfather had a stroke and he needed someone to help him. And so I became part of his care, went with him to doctor's appointments and took care of his medicines and set things up. And so it was just a natural progression for me to go into the field of pharmacy. If I wasn't a pharmacist, I would probably still be a school teacher. So I taught elementary school for a while, and I have a son with some learning disability needs, so I probably would be a teacher and a tutor of some sort. Workers' comp was not something that was on my radar at first when I was in pharmacy school. And during my second year, I met a pharmacist from Healthesystems. She's a former pharmacist here, and she taught one of my classes. And one day she came up to me and said, "I really think you should check out my practice setting. I think you'd really be interested in it and you'd like it." And she let me come in and shadow, and I was like, this place is pretty nice. Workers' comp has changed immensely in the last decade from a pharmacist perspective. It used to be where people just thought of pharmacists as dispensing medications and handling that portion of it. And in the work comp field, we've been able to grow to really be more part of the overall healthcare team. And so it's not just about giving them their medications, but about providing drug information and being there for support in so many different ways. Healthesystems is different from other ABMs and PBMs because we put the injured worker first. And so we have come up with a multitude of products and services that help our PBM and our ABM clients really support the injured worker, get them back to work, get them the care that they need, and really impact their lives in a positive way. Being a client-facing pharmacist, I get to provide support in many different avenues and to different people. And so sometimes my day will focus around drug information questions where I'm providing support about specific medications to nurse case managers or to adjusters. At times, I'm providing education for them on proper prescribing. And other times, I'm working on a project that is going to provide information to the patient themselves. And then there's always the financial piece of things where I'm looking at trends and utilization for clients. So I'm pretty fortunate that my job lets me do a number of different things and in different pieces. It's not always the same every day. My favorite thing about my job, there's a couple of things that I really enjoy about my job. So I get to take students here at Healthesystems, which is amazing because that's not something that all work comp PBMs do. And so I get to teach the future of pharmacy about managed care and work comp, and they get to see this area of practice. I also get to work with something called Pharmacy and Therapeutics, or P&T, where I get to make recommendations and look into medications and make suggestions of whether our clients should approve or disapprove them. And it sounds like a really small thing, but it has really large impacts on a number of injured workers. And so it's very fulfilling and I enjoy it. The most important part of my role at Healthesystems to the company and to the customers and to the patients is making sure that I'm doing my part to help the patient. And so that might mean that I need to do some extra research. That might mean that I need to give an extra presentation, look and try to see what the needs really are of the client, because it really trickles down. You are helping the client, whether it's a nurse case manager or an adjuster, and then that helps the patient. And then everybody wins because you're helping them get back to work. Pharmacists are going to become even more part of the collaborative practice medical team for the patient. And so that is going to provide better outcomes for our patients, because pharmacists will be not just when there's a problem and you need a pharmacist to troubleshoot, but part from start to finish and helping lead patients on a better path. The way I impact outcomes for injured workers is that I provide formulary work for them to try to recommend the best medications possible. I do drug information work, so I look into specific disease states or medications and give information on a wide variety of questions. And then I also look at kind of the drug mix of what's going on, and then that could help impact the type of training we give to our clients so they can make more appropriate decisions to better impact the patient. The changes that I would like to see in work comp is really where it's already headed. So it's very fulfilling to see that part of what pharmacists get to do is to be part of this medical team, and everyone's working together to help the patient, or in our case, the injured worker. And so it's a very exciting time to be in this industry, and I just really look forward to see where it all goes, because I think there's going to be more that we're going to do than we're even considering right now. One of my favorite quotes is from Mother Teresa, and she said, and I'm paraphrasing here, but it's not the volume of what you do, it's not the quantity of what you do, but it's the amount of love that you put into what you do. And so I think that's a good reminder for people you don't have to get 500 things done to be good at what you do or to be successful. Do a couple of things, but do it well, and you'll be great.